All right, we should be live. What's up, Walls? Nothing much. How about you? Well, I just got home from school. And tomorrow I will be getting NHL 19, so that's good. Man, school shirt tonight. Today is like bad. That's better. What are your thoughts on the Carlson trade? Well, San Jose didn't give up a lot, so San Jose won that trade hands down, and you could tell that Ottawa was going to be the worst team in the NHL. Gives the Hawks a win on opening night of the season. It looks like. Hey, Jeremy. I know that I said that he's going to be back this week, so I knew that he was going to. It's great news to see Crow back on the ice. Well, you're 2 minutes late. That's why you weren't first. What's your thought? I just said that. I literally said it like less than 30 seconds ago on my thoughts on the Carlson trade. Well, San Jose didn't give up a lot, and I think they won the. Getting Eric Carlson, you automatically won the trade. They basically just gave up Chris Tierney and a first. That's all really was given up, and that wasn't a lot. And then there were a few other players added in, but the main player was Chris Tierney to Ottawa. Well, they were going after Pacioretty, but the thing was that we were going to have to give up a first, Nick Schmaltz and Nick um, Boudin. Can never pronounce that guy's name right because I've seen it pronounced 5 times different ways, and they weren't going to give up those players and a draft pick. That would have been stupid. What's up, Fire Strike? Yeah, I got tired of it too. That's why I think it died down for about a month. Something happened with the Hawks today, about 2 hours ago. Blackhawks ad Shaw Boomhauer. What a great name. I love that name. To the training camp. I was literally saying that. Yeah, Boom Howard is such a great name. I may have to buy a jersey with that kid's name on it. Yes, I do have a Discord. Hey, Walls, can you post it on the invite to the Discord on the chat? I could tell with that name. He's going to put some boom on anyone. Okay, Walls. Here, thanks, Walls. This probably won't be a long live stream since I kind of got it started later than I usually would like to. I usually like starting these around like 6, but I got home from school literally 20 minutes ago. I honestly don't think I will be live streaming a lot when it comes to the season. Maybe if there's not like a game on. Yeah, he was arrested after the season ended, I think. And I knew what team he was on. He's still in Arizona. Well, his first name's Shaw, but his last name's Boom Howard, and it's freaking amazing. Who's going to be the breakout star of at training camp? I'm guessing Alexander 410 again. Yeah, I could believe it. I could see that. But honestly, I think it's Tyler Sakara. No, Panic got arrested for trespassing when he was drunk in someone's yard. Yeah, I remember that too. Uh, hey guys, should I make a preview and review video for Saturday since preseason starts? I don't know because honestly, the roster is going to not be normal for preseason. Is that? Yeah, take care, Walls. What line do you see Kunitz playing on? Kunitz will probably be on the fourth line. Well, he was drunk. I could see that. Wait, real? Well, I could see why William is the captain of the Canes because he played there for a long time. He's won a cup with the team. I know he had left the team for a while, but he came back to retire as a Hurricane. Hey, Daniel. Yeah, I know OEL is going to be the captain of Arizona. That's probably what his it probably stated in his contract. You know Tavares is going to wear the C after this season. Eh. Flair, you're late. Yeah, it's Sharks won that trade hands down. I know you hate that name, but who is there on the Islanders other than Barzell? Reason why the Hawks had to give up Tavo, it was because they were trying to get rid of Brian Bickle's contract mostly. The contract of Bickle was horrible from the beginning. All Bowman signed that contract for was because of his playoff performance. His regular season performance never was good. He gave up Teravainen so we could get rid of the Bickle contract. I wish Tavo comes back to Chicago one day. Yeah, Montreal had a fair trade off with Vegas for Patches. I won't go that far with Tavo Teravainen on being the next Kane. Well, Vegas got the best player, but it still was a even trade for Montreal and Vegas. Yeah, Thornton may actually win a cup now with Carlson on that team, but we still have a whole 82 games and then a playoff to wait. Well, there's rumor that Panarin could be returning home to Chicago. Yeah, I don't think Toronto's making the cup this year. I honestly still think it's going to be Winnipeg coming out of the West and um probably Tampa Bay coming out of the East. Yeah, I was mad. I was more mad about the Nicholas Jarmerson trade that happened right before the Panarin trade. Oh, I was on the road to the draft that day. It was the 2000s, it was the day of 2017's draft, and I was on the road up to Chicago to see the draft. And I was livid when I heard I had the NHL Network playing, and I was just livid when I heard Nicholas Jarmerson traded to Arizona for Connor Murphy. And when I heard Connor Murphy, I said, "You got to be kidding me! This guy absolutely sucks. I've seen him played several times when he was on Arizona. This guy is not a good defender. We just gave up our best defenseman on the team." Then 5 minutes later, Artemi Panarin traded for Brandon Saad and Anton Forsberg. I was livid. I actually called into the radio that day to show how ticked I was. I don't think they wanted Evander Kane, honestly. But I was thinking Thomas Hurdle would have been gone. Yeah, freaking Murphy absolutely sucks, in my opinion. You're going to make a playoff bracket before the preseason games. Good luck with that. Anything can happen. It is hockey. Oh, God. A meme of a Stanley Cup final right there. Two teams that came into the NHL at the same year, then both of them lose the Stanley Cup. How about that? Yeah, but Scott Foster, in my opinion, is better because he played. Yeah, Scotty Bowman's still working for the Hawks, but his son, I want to see get fired. Most likely, Scotty will officially retire from the NHL. Well, after the Pacioretty trade, I don't think Bergeron's getting fired for. I will give him 2 years max for him to be fired if he doesn't do anything else that's smart. Yeah, it was a horrible offseason. He could have done so much with the Blackhawks this year, but he decided to sit on his butt and do nothing. I think Calgary won that trade. Okay, if this is why I think the Blackhawks defense will look like this year. If Henry Haru comes to the team, makes the roster opening night, I think the defense is going to be solid. But with Duncan Keith aging and slowing down, I feel like Haru fits in perfectly to balance out the speed issue. Um, Seabrook apparently went into some new diet and got a lot thinner and healthier this year's for this era of hockey. But Brandon Manning, I still don't understand why he's on the team. Connor Murphy, same thing. If Forsling comes back within a month, what it sounds like will happen, the team will be better on defense. Yurki Haru will be our I can't say our best defenseman because it's still his first going to be his first season in the NHL, so rookie mistakes happen, but he's going to be one of the more solid defensemen on the team. Is it's still Keith in my opinion. Yeah, it's still Keith in my opinion as well. Does Boquist come 2019, 2020, or 2020, 2021? Oh, I that's a tough question. I give him 2 years, honestly. He's only 17. Do you think? Well, okay. Thing is, if with what it sounds like, Corey Crawford's going to be on opening night because of the factor he's back. But I honestly think what they're going to want to do, they're going to want to keep risk of injury for Corey Crawford, so they are going to alternate every few nights between Crawford and Ward. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But if Crow gets injured, this is what I think. They are going to look they would probably look at a team that need is willing to give up a goalie, and they will probably trade a second round pick if it's a solid goalie they're getting in return. It's not Vertigo. I would not have taken that trade if I was on Ottawa's side, but I would take it if I was on the Chicago side right there. Right now, they aren't going to give anyone a captain to that any on that team because right now that team's a hellhole, and honestly, they're going to wait until they fix the issue. I thought you had to go, Jeremy. Yeah, I agree with what you just said, Brian. Take care, Jeremy. Oh, well, it almost happened that the Blackhawks were about to trade Patrick Kane to Buffalo in 2011. I know you could have. You told me that. I wish if you did, that would have been amazing. Take care, Daniel. Oh, Stan Bowman decided to offer Patrick Kane, Corey Crawford, and a first to Buffalo for, I believe it was Ryan Miller and Jason Pondaville, and we would get two first round picks. And that was in 2011, the year after they won the 2010 Cup. The year they almost missed the playoffs again. Oh yeah, it would have been a shit show because Blackhawk fans would have Bowman's head if that actually went through because it was Bowman who made the offer. Wait, what? Oh, you're going to go try and meet the players and shout out my YouTube channel. Wow. Well, in 2011, the Sabres were still a decent team, but the Blackhawks were falling and falling fast in 2011 because the factor um they lost so many players from the 2010 team. And I when I heard that trade rumor go through, I was livid. Okay. I don't know why would you would shout out my channel. Since I'm going to the Hawks game on the 6th, I probably if I can get the tickets. Oh yeah, they were barely able to make the playoffs. They just squeaked in with the last game. They had to win the last game to make the playoffs. And then they almost knocked out Vancouver. They should have, honestly. But that didn't happen. I'm going to try and get tickets for October 6th when the Hawks are playing St. Louis. And if that happens, I will have a poster probably with my channel name on it. Think about it. Oh, geez. Actually, don't do that because I've said enough. I've said that I am not a fan of them. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll be okay with Nick Schmaltz if he heard about my channel. I like Nick Schmaltz. He's my favorite player on the team this right now. If Hosa was still on the team and still able to play, I would be really happy. That's nice. I wish I can go. Unfortunately, I can't. Ryan, Host is my favorite all-time player. I know how bad it is. Oh, Hosa probably will be an ambassador once his contract's officially up. Yeah, the home opener will be awesome because they're going to do a tribute for Stan Mikita at the home opener. I'm going to try and take off work that weekend so I can watch the games. Oh, yeah, Frank is messing with my older dog right now. I am kidding about taking off work that night, but I'm going to try and get off early to go to watch the game. Oh, I will watch all Hawks games, no doubt about that. What streak? Yeah. Well, 1 minute, guys. Well, if with the Hawks wearing 21 patches on their jerseys this year, I might add one to my Stan Mikita jersey right here if I'm able to. Yeah, I think Minnesota's going to not even. I think Minnesota's going to honestly be last place in the division this year. That's cool. I might catch an Ice Hog game this year. Are you sure about that, Salt? St. Louis got better this year. Winnipeg is most likely the President's Trophy winners. And St. Louis, and then with Corey Crawford back, that helps the Blackhawks largely. Oh, okay. Well, guys, I've been streaming for about 45 minutes now. I might call it a stream since it's already 8 and I kind of am tired. And after having a long day at school, I just want to relax for a little bit. But maybe tomorrow there will be a longer live stream. Maybe me playing NHL 19. I don't know how to live stream on a PlayStation though. I will figure that out if that's possible. But most likely there will be a live stream up tomorrow because one day away from preseason. Well, guys, take care. Great talking to you in the chat. But most of all, let's go Hawks.